morning everyone and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. Let's see what we have in the advent calendar. Here is hubby's coffee card, and then we've got this tea today, Cleopatra's Night, and we've got these treats today, the Raffaello and some saltwater taffy. I think we had this flavor the other day and it was so good. I don't know what it is, but it has quite a floral flavor. I was thinking lavender, but I don't remember if we bought a lavender flavor. I feel like if I saw the word lavender, I would buy buckets of it. I want to taste this tea because it smells so good. It smells like raspberries. So this is Cleopatra's Night tea, and it is fine green tea with fruits, flower petals, and raspberry flavor. Cheers! That's really good. You can taste the green tea. You can taste the raspberries. I really like their green tea blends. I think most of them have been fruity florally, a combination that I love. I don't think I mentioned in any of my vlogs why I decided not to do the Tea House advent calendar this year. I usually do that one because I love it, but when I went onto their website this year to purchase it, they actually didn't have it. I thought about reaching out to them or waiting, but I decided not to. I decided just to look for something else because I thought this would be a good chance to try something new, and I am so glad I did. Miss Lulu seems to be having trouble pooping, so I think what I'm going to do is give her a bit of pumpkin, canned pumpkin with nothing added. The can is huge though, so she of course won't be able to eat the whole thing, which means that I'm going to be making pumpkin pie. I do want to open this ASAP to give to her because she's looking rather uncomfortable. She has been pooping, but she kept struggling, so I think she's just maybe feeling a bit stuck. What I want to avoid are the ruptured anal glands, which she's had once before and she was in a lot of pain. So I'm gonna give her this pumpkin right away to hopefully help get things moving, and hubby will be very pleased that I'm finally making pumpkin pie. I moved Miss Lulu's bed over to the kitchen so she can be comfortable while watching me cook. And I also went shopping for her today, so I'll talk about that a little later. I just want to get this pumpkin pie on. The pie is ready. It looks really good. I hope it tastes good. I spent the last hour and a half kitchening and I just got into a groove with the music and all of that, but quite honestly, I didn't think that the pie would take that long. Don't know if I made too much graham cracker crust. The recipe said to use 12 whole graham crackers, and I didn't know if it meant this entire thing is a whole graham cracker or half of it, because I think sometimes they come in squares. But I scrolled up and I looked through the photos, and the person who wrote the recipe did have these entire rectangular pieces, so I thought, oh, I'll use 12 of these, but then it seemed like a lot. So I went back to the photo and I counted, and the photo only had 9 of these. So I don't know if I don't know if I had, it seemed like I had a lot of the graham cracker crust. I still used it all because I don't like wasting food, and who knows when I'm going to make this recipe again, so I didn't want to reserve half of it. But I think next time, if I use the same recipe, assuming the pie turns out okay, I will modify the crust so that I use fewer graham crackers. But again, we'll see. Since it was almost lunchtime, I decided to go ahead and make a chicken salad for tonight. We're having chicken salad sandwiches with canned clam chowder. I've been craving canned clam chowder, and I'm not sure why. So we're gonna share a can and also have kind of like lobster rolls, but instead of lobster inside, it'll be chicken salad. I made 4 sous vide chicken breasts. 2 are for hubby's lunch, and the other 2 I used in the chicken salad. I'm really excited to eat that. That's one of my favorite things to eat among many, many favorite things. On the topic of food, I am just about to have lunch, and I've been putting everything on these trays. So 2 things about that. The first being that I'm so happy we're using these trays on a regular basis now. Hubby and I bought these trays in Japan along with the bento boxes that we're using for our advent calendar treats, and it feels so good to actually be using them. And a quick side note that Hubby is also enjoying using his tray. He likes to eat in front of the TV a lot, so after dinner he will gather his desserts and his advent calendar treats and he'll bring that over. The reason I'm putting all of my food on this tray is because I'm doing a photo project. It's a what I eat in a year photo project. The photos will just be for myself to start. I will share some of them, of course, in my vlogs and such. So far it's going really well. I always remember to take a photo, but that being said, now that I've said that, I'll probably forget at some point. It's a lot of fun though, and it actually helps me to be more thoughtful in what I'm putting on this tray. And I'm not trying to actively change the way I eat. I'm really just trying to eat intuitively, listening to what my body wants in terms of the types of things I actually want to eat and also the amount that I want to eat. So some days I eat less because I feel full, and some days I eat more because I feel really, really hungry. And today is kind of a medium day. I have things I want to eat, but I'm not hungry or full, so I think today will be a pretty average day. I'm also not craving salty food or sweet food. I'm kind of in between, so I've got a mixture of those types of foods on my tray. I am trying to up my protein intake though, and I'm also trying to up my fiber intake because I'm on my period, and like Lulu, sometimes I feel a bit stuck. But the good news is that Lulu had a really nice poop, so I think she's okay now. I don't know if it was the pumpkin that did the trick or just walking around. I'm still going to continue giving her pumpkin. It's time to do my daily puzzle. We are on day 8. Day 8 looks like it's up here. I went shopping for Lulu today. I was looking for a new bed for inside her carrier because hers has gotten really, really worn. It's become threadbare and you can almost see through it. She doesn't seem to mind. She still goes into her bag willingly in the evening, during the day. So I think she still really loves her carrier, but I think it's time for a new bed. So I went to a couple of stores. I went to HomeSense and I went to Marshall's, and they only had the huge dog beds. I found one small one that was really cute. It was a round dog bed by Ralph Lauren, and it looked very cozy and comfortable, but she doesn't need another open dog bed. I really want to focus on getting her a bed for her carrier. I'm going to take a look online to see if I can find anything else. But when I was shopping, I did finally find a snuffle mat for her. I've been meaning to get her one. These are mats that have a lot of pieces everywhere. It's all sewn to the mat, but the idea is you can hide treats in the mat, and then Lulu can kind of like sniff through and try to find the treats. She knows when I've purchased something for her, so I went ahead and put it away, but I'm thinking we'll give that to her on Christmas Day. I think she's going to love the snuffle mat, so I'm really excited to give it to her. Another puzzle completed. This one has a really cute cat on it. These puzzles are such a treat. Miss Lulu woke me up at 5 a.m. today, so we're gonna have a little nap on the couch together. It is time to cut the pumpkin pie. It did split quite a bit down the middle, as you can see. Feels like there's no crust.
No.
Even though it's so thick. Maybe it didn't set that well. It was a struggle.
giving.
I did it.
Yummy.
It is? That's what it looks like.
It tastes good.
Hubby is enjoying his pie. He said he's gonna have another slice. It is really good. The crust is like non-existent though. It kind of just like blends in with the rest. I definitely could have baked the crust for longer, so it would have been an actual crust. Right now it's just, it tastes good, but it's absorbed all the moisture from the pumpkin pie filling. So it's there's no like structure to it at all. Maybe the edge will be better. That feels more like crust.
Next.
The filling is really good though. Really smooth. Creamy. Abby's second slice. And of course, Lulu's watching him.
Day 9. Welcome to day 9. There's lots of things.
There are.
Green tea. Fine green tea.
Oh.
Birdies. Dairy milk.
What's that big one? Chocolate chewy.
Zelaya. From Flatland.
Oh.
Granola.
Yay. It is time to taste the day 9 tea. It is still warm because I kept the lid on. I've been puttering around doing little errands, mostly watering plants, and I'm doing another load of laundry, so I'm sorry for all of the background noise in these vlogs. Lulu has been all out of sorts and she's been peeing on our blanket on the couch. She usually doesn't do this, but then she goes through phases where she does it a few times in a row, and I think it's when she's not feeling well. She had a little upset stomach a few nights ago and she threw up in her bag, and ever since then she's been like randomly peeing every once in a while on our blankets on the couch, and it's happened 3 times, which is why I'm like always doing laundry this week. I think she's on the tail end though, because she was pretty chipper yesterday after her poop, so I'll just keep an eye on her and make sure I'm taking her out more often. Let's try this green tea. This is called Special Green. It's a fine Chinese green tea. Cheers. Ding. Very thirsty this morning. It's nice. No real tannins, just a teensy tiny bit. But very nice tea, not very strong, but still flavorful. This morning I almost forgot to open the advent calendar and I saw hubby just kind of like standing around in the kitchen. And finally I clued in and I was like, oh right, he's going to work today because he's working this weekend and he probably wants to bring his tea. He's been drinking his tea at lunchtime, so that's become a little bit of a Vlogmas 2023 tradition for him. I've been enjoying looking at his notes the day after he tries the coffee, and he really enjoyed yesterday's coffee, and I love his tasting note for it. He gave it 5 stars and he just put the word yummy. I feel like in previous Vlogmases, even though I buy the advent calendars with him in mind, they've been more like my advent calendars. But this year he has the coffee advent calendar, which is just his. I actually haven't tried any of the coffees, and the tea has become his thing as well because he brings it to work. And I want to mention, because I made the pumpkin pie yesterday and hubby also brought home a cookie which we shared, I still have my advent calendar treats from yesterday. It is such a nice day today. It's a little windy, but it's very warm. I originally came out just to buy a couple of things and I was gonna hole up in the condo until the afternoon, but it was so nice out that I decided to drop off my shopping and come out again for my longer walk. I really wanted to have granola for my first meal today, but I only have this much left. Now that I'm done my lunch, I'm about to make another batch of granola so I can have that tomorrow. And this is the recipe that I learned from the writing studio. It's an amazing granola recipe. If you haven't tried it already, I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. The new batch of granola is ready. I can't wait to eat this tomorrow. And I set aside the old granola to have tomorrow. I'll just mix the two, but I didn't want them to mix in the container. I'm feeling very good about having a fresh batch of granola. This is a staple in our household. We love this recipe. Hubby and I both eat this a ton. Hubby just got home and Lulu's bed arrived. Let's open it up and see what her new bed looks like. It looks so nice. Oh. I didn't put it inside yet. It's perfect.
Holy. She likes beds.
Only like so when they're new. She's bored of it already.
Oh, so cute. I wonder if she's gonna try to scratch it.
Girl.
Oh, so cute. Oh.
I have a slice of pumpkin pie. We're gonna try it cold this time. Hubby's already had a few bites and he says it's still really good. And I'm also going to have half of this chocolate chewy bar. This is something I picked up from Purdy's for our advent calendar and I was intrigued by the name, but I had totally forgotten that I had gotten this. Looks like that. Maybe I'll just take a quick bite to see what it's like. Lives up to the name. It's definitely chewy. I guess it's kind of like a Mars bar with almonds in it, but chewier. It's really good. I would definitely get this again. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end off the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching Vlogmas Days 8 and 9. I'll be back very soon with the next episode of Vlogmas and I will see you then. Bye!